Hello. Right, I've got myself a drink because getting a bit hoarse from all this talking. Right, you all right, Daisy? Daisy had a sneezing fit in the last video. I think she's recovered as well. Okay, we're starting with a maybe controversial subject. I'm not sure. Yesterday Dreaming asks, where do you draw the line regarding sponsorship/freebies? Example, an electrical retailer offers to replace your main living room test carpet with one that has their name permanently printed on it. Open to offers or too intrusive? There is absolutely no way I would have a brand name permanently printed on any carpet. I would accept a test rug that's branded, and you can get them. I think I was going to get one from SIBO, but that never happened, and I would have only used it during a SIBO vacuum demonstration. It would not have been used when I was demonstrating a Shark or a Dyson. I would only use it. So if I had any branded test rugs, they would only be used for the brand I'm demonstrating. But there was no way I would have anything done permanently. I wouldn't have a tattoo of the Shark logo on my bottom, no matter how much they decided to pay me to do that. I would have nothing tattooed on my body, no brand logos. I'd have nothing that's permanent. So this is not the question I was thinking it was. So of that example, no. If I replace any carpet in my home, it'll be because I like the colour and feel and what it's made of, and not because it's got a brand printed on it, and because I don't live on my own. Even if I lived on my own in my own home, in my own house that was all mine, and I could do anything I wanted with it, then no, I wouldn't. And I don't take many freebies. You know, obviously I've had quite a few from Shark, and in the past I've done videos from free products given to me by AO.com and AEG and Vax back in the early days, a couple from Hoover, and the Loop cordless. But I don't tend to do a lot of freebies anymore. But I might, in the future, decide to do more when I'm in a position to be able to record more videos. Because when you accept a free vacuum or whatever, you are obliged to make a video in a timely manner. And I don't want the pressure at the moment. I want to be able to do videos of what I want to make videos of when I want to do them. So when I'm in a better position, when I've cleared the clutter more and I've got more time for this channel, then maybe I will do more sponsored videos, just to give you something different to look at, and it saves me having to buy them all myself. But there are certain brands I won't accept free stuff from, and mainly Chinese brands that I've never heard of. I used to get a lot of requests, and I just ignore them. I just don't bother. Right, Lemte, now that Brexit has happened, this has come up quite a lot recently. I've answered it before, but anyway, I'll answer it again. Now that Brexit has happened, will higher wattage vacuums return to the UK? No. What are your views on wattage and cleaning, or has that reached about as good as it gets, that once wattage drops off, cleaning begins to suffer? Do measurements such as inches of water lift, etc. still matter in this day and age? No, they don't matter. And I've had comments about me using the suction gauge, and they said, oh, you should do an airflow test as well. Right, I use the suction gauge because it's just a bit of fun, and it is a way, it's just one way, but it is one way of showing a difference between vacuums I show you. And it's quite interesting for me anyway to see what a vintage vacuum cleaner has suction wise compared to a modern one. Does it matter that a higher wattage, you can take two identical cleaners, one the low energy eco one the pre-EU regulation, and it's interesting to put the suction gauge on and see the difference, and there normally is. The high wattage one is normally, in fact I think in every case, has got more suction, not always a lot more than the low energy one. So yes, the low energy vacuums at the moment do produce less suction than the high wattage ones, but they are more efficient, I think, at producing suction, considering they use a lot less electricity. So yeah, it doesn't matter, and the average consumer wouldn't even know what inches of water was. The average consumer just wants to see, is it going to pick up dog hair off my carpet? Is it going to pick up spilled cereal off my kitchen floor? They want to see it working. They're not interested in anything technical. But I just do that. It's just sometimes, if I remember to do it, I do it on my channel, because I just think it's interesting. It's not necessarily, it doesn't have anything to do with how the cleaner's going to perform. Of course it doesn't, and I say that when I show the suction gauge. There's many different factors. So no, we're not going to have high wattage vacuums. Any EU, I think probably the UK, I would say most of the EU regulations that were brought in when we were in the EU, I would say most of them still stand now, and it would be up to whichever governments are in power at the time to remove certain regulations if they deem fit, if they think those regulations are harming UK business or whatever. They will look into repealing those laws. But as far as vacuum cleaners and other domestic appliances, pardon me, I've got some fizzy water in my orange juice. So as far as that goes, they will not. As far well, they might, but I doubt it very much that we're going to suddenly start seeing 2,000 plus watt vacuum cleaners in this country, because it forms part of, saving the world. The thing is, the big thing will be coming up, it's starting to get there, is climate change and saving energy, not using your car as much, blah blah blah, getting a heat pump boiler instead of a gas boiler, not burning wood. All this is starting to happen now. So they're not going to repeal a regulation that is restricting the energy consumption of appliances. So as much as you might like to see high wattage vacuums come back, I would be very, very surprised if that law or regulation is repealed or changed by the UK government, even though I assume they have the power to do it, because it's connected with energy saving, being green, better for the environment, all that. They're not going to repeal that. So I might be eating my words, but I don't think I will be. Gaming with Thomas Official, what's the most expensive / used vacuum you have used on your channel? Well, it's the Volvo. I don't know if it was the Tiger is the most expensive or the VK200, and I'm thinking of, well, the Tiger I got when Volvo had a Black Friday deal, and I think there was 30% off that, and they haven't had any decent deals since. Their Black Fridays last year were absolutely, they had 20 items on sale, 10 from their Thermomix range and 10 from their Kobold range, and they were just pathetic. It saved me an awful lot of money, but the year before that, I think they did 30% off everything, including the vacuums, so it didn't turn out quite so expensive. But I would probably say, talking of just the vacuum on its own, because the Volvo ended up being a lot of money because I bought all the additional tools, but if you're talking about a single vacuum, although I've not used it on my channel yet, so it doesn't apply. So I'm going to stick to the you have seen a bit of Volvo action, but not too much. But yeah, it'll be a Volvo as far as I know. But there is a vintage machine that I have got that you've not seen yet that probably is the most expensive as far as how much it cost. Yes, I won't say what it is because that's to come. Bean Roblox, hey Roger, I have a vacuum question. Well, that's the only question I'm answering. Is the new Shark Duo Clean and Anti-Hair Wrap worth it for bare floors? I think it is worth it. The Duo Clean is one of the best I've used for hard floors with the roller. It's certainly better than the Dyson fluffy roller. So I have the combination of the roller at the front and the brushes. Yes, for bare floors it's very good. It picks up the big debris and it picks up the dust. So I like it. I know I've had a lot of sharks given to me for free, but just as a little anecdote, I bought my sister-in-law for Christmas a brand new shark cordless with my own money. Out of all the vacuums, she needed something lighter to use because she's got an upright shark, but she needs something lighter to go around her home. And out of all the cordless cleaners I could have picked for her, I chose a shark that I paid for with my own money. So yes, I think they are worth it for bare floors. I'm not going to answer that because I don't really understand the question. Humberto Moguel? Hi Roger, question. Since I see that you have vacuums from China, Germany, UK or US, what is the rare country or maybe the weirdest vacuum by place of origin? Well, say the majority, well the majority of vacuums you can buy now are obviously made in China. So, you know, I think the vacuums I mainly have consist of Chinese, German, UK made. I would say they're the three biggest countries of manufacturer. So I don't really have anything, you know, I have some vacuums that are made in other places. I think I've got one made in Japan. A national footstool vacuum. I've not really shown that. And Poland, I suppose. Nothing really exciting. You know, I've not got any Russian vacuums. So I don't know, possibly Japan. It's probably the rarest place of origin from a vacuum I've got. Right. Jeremy Marr, hello, have you reviewed any Royal upright vacuum cleaners? I don't think you've seen any on your channel, or may have missed it. No, you haven't seen any, and it's highly unlikely you will. That's not a brand, as far as I know, that we've ever had in the UK. We've had Dirt Devil, which I think used to be part of Royal Appliance Group, but I've not used any Royal branded appliances on my channel, and I am very, very, very unlikely to ever do so. Connor Shannon says, what's your newest vacuum and your oldest in your collection? Well, the newest at the moment is the Miele Boost CX1 Cat and Dog. So that's the newest because that was the last vacuum I purchased. And the oldest, I don't know, it's possibly a Hoover Dust-Ep Model 100. I've got a very old Junior, not the 119, I've got one before the 119. I can't recall the model of that. That's probably the oldest, and I don't know when it's from. It might be from the 40s. Matt C, will you be doing any videos on other appliances like washing machines or dishwashers in the near future? Possibly. I do have a washing machine one recorded a while ago. I just need to edit it. I need to edit it together. So yeah, in the fairly near future you'll probably be seeing a washing machine, and you'll certainly be seeing one or two dishwasher videos this year, but there will be, I expect, a washing machine coming up in the next few months. I'm not answering that because I can't answer it. Somebody asked me, would I do another washing machine video? I've answered that. So right, Carter vacuums and more. I've already discussed Volvo enough, so I've answered that. Did you know that in the USA all Henrys and Hettys come with a telescopic wonder standard? Don't think I've really looked into what you get in the USA regarding Henry and Hettys. I know you pay too much for them. But I think the telescopic wand is standard as well in other countries in Europe, because I've bought cleaners, pneumatics for the European market. I think it might have been for the Dutch market, and they came with a fixed wand but also telescopic. But then again, I have got one from the UK. I think it's a John Lewis exclusive, the Henry Plus, that came with a telescopic wand. But the regular standard models in the UK, they just come with the fixed wands. Samsung Man 1400. Hi Roger, it's Craig here. How are you? My question is, what washing machines have you had through the years, and what do you think? Oh, I won't answer that because it was about vacuum cleaners. Sorry about that. Oh, I'll do it. Right, what washing machines have you had through the years, and what do you think of your AEG washer and dryer? I've still got the AEG washer and dryer, and I'm happy with them, and I will continue to keep them until they go kaput. The first washing machine I can remember in our family would have been a Hoover, square door one, quite basic. I seem to remember it had an orange Hoover roundel on it, and obviously a mechanical dial. The next one I remember was a Philco W45A that we had in the early 80s, and after that one we got a white Hoover Computer Control 1100, and then after that one it was a Hoover New Wave 1400. That didn't last very long, and after that it was a Bosch that's featured on my channel. And then after that one, well, my mum inherited the Miele washer dryer. Personally, I've had various washers, a lot have been on my channel. Bosch, a couple of Bosches, I've got that Hoover one still. And yeah, the current one is the AEG. But growing up, it was mainly Hoover washing machines. Patrick Burr-Wheeler. Hi Roger. I don't know who Roger is with a D, but I'll answer for Roger without the D. What floor cleaning machines do you think Hyacinth Bouquet from Keeping Up Appearance would have? I've answered this before. She would have had anything with the Queen's approval, with the royal warrant. So it would have had to have been Electrolux or a Hoover. So she possibly, because of her woodblock flooring, she might have had a cylinder. So she might have had an Electrolux 345, because the Electrolux suction cleaners had the Queen's approval. Electrolux also did a floor polisher. So Hyacinth might have had an Electrolux floor polisher for her woodblock flooring. I see her with an Electrolux 345 personally. She might have had a Hoover upright, perhaps, but it would have had to have had the by appointment to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. So, like I say, it would have been an Electrolux cylinder, Electrolux polisher as well, or a Hoover, made in the UK Hoover, as long as it had, and it would have had to have the crest on the actual machine. Even if it was approved by the Queen, Hyacinth would not have wanted it unless it had the crest. They did a limited edition high power compact in the 80s. I think it was when Diana married Charles. It was a different coloured high power compact, and it had an oversized royal warrant on it in the middle of the bag door instead of the smaller one. So if Hyacinth had seen that in her local electricity board shop, that's the one she would have picked, because it, you know, she would have had one of her candlelight suppers and would have had the neighbours around, Emmett and Elizabeth and anyone else, the vicar. She'd have kept her family at bay. Obviously Onslow wouldn't have been invited, and Daisy and Rose. And she would have got it out. She would have, I think Hyacinth would have engineered a little bit of an accident with Twiglets or something. There'd have been Twiglets or some other crisps or little Ritz crackers on a plate with a doily, and they'd have been balanced at the side of a table or the side of the chair, and should have come along and accidentally knocked them over and gone, ew, and should have gone into her cupboard and got out her Hoover high power compact with a huge royal warrant on it, and should have gone there and the Queen uses this one, you know. So that's my answer. I hope that satisfies you, Patrick. I'm not going to answer. See, I'm skipping some because I've been asked them so many times, and I haven't been able to give an answer for a lot of them anyway. So, right. Mustafa Emin Koban, hi, are you planning to try the Dyson 360 Gearlicht? I am planning to try it. I've got both models. Is the Dyson V8 ideal for daily cleaning? My mum doesn't want it to be heavy, so it's okay for a cheaper Dyson, and they are light. I'll give them that, lighter than a Shark. So if lightness is a priority, then a V8, yes, probably the lightest. Maybe the V7 is slightly lighter, but the V8, yeah, it's a good day-to-day vacuum, and it is light. So yes, I would consider a V8 because they are lightweight. Fraz06, what's your opinion on post 24 pneumatic? I made a video of this. Do you notice a decrease in performance and quality? I made a video of this. The quality has gone down with pneumatic cleaners, but then it's gone down with every single brand, including Sebo. The quality is still good with Sebo, but it's dropped slightly with Sebo. It's dropped more with Pneumatic. With the likes of Hoover, it's gone off the cliff. So, and Dyson as well, you know. So Pneumatic, the quality's, yes, gone down, but it's not as bad as some manufacturers. It's just what happens, I'm afraid. Nate R227, what vacuum cleaner is your next purchase that you would like to add to your collection? Well, if I hadn't got one, I would have said the Miele CX1 Boost, which is just over there. I've still got my Christmas tree up at the time of making the video. It's just there. I've just used it. That was one I was after getting. I don't know, I'm trying to curb my spending a bit this month. You know, where in January you're supposed to give something up, give up alcohol, give up chocolate, whatever. I'm trying to give up vacuums, and yeah, so far I haven't bought any, have I? Oh no, I sneaked in on New Year's Eve and bought one. It's not arrived yet, but that was okay. So that was my last purchase, but not my next. I can't think of what my next one would be, because if I really wanted it, I would have got it by now. So it's probably one that hasn't been launched yet that I would like. So I can't answer that, I'm afraid, Nate. But I'm sure whatever I add to my collection, you'll all get to see at some point. Der Rassenmecher, do you have any older Volvo vacs, and what do you think of the Sebo XP2 automatic? Any older Volvo vacuums I've shown on my channel. I still have the VK121, I think it is, but I sold the others. The Sebo X2, I think I've got the XP. I've got an XP something. I don't know if I've shown you it, but I have got one. It's basically a commercial version of the XP7. What do I think of it? Good, solid, reliable, but boring vacuum cleaner. Right, I've answered that one. I've answered part of Ask Computers Official. Will we ever meet Mark or Mark, your partner? No, you won't. Which cordless vacuum would you recommend for under £100? There isn't one I would recommend for under £100. Where in England were you born? I was born in East Yorkshire. Shout out for Zach Covington. There we go. When are we going to see a demonstration on Charles or a pneumatic collection video? I doubt I'll demonstrate Charles anytime soon, because I did what I thought was a fairly good demonstration of Henry Wet and Dry. So basically, just pretend the Henry Wet and Dry video is the Charles video, because they're the same. Apart from it says Henry Wet and Dry instead of Charles on it. They're the same. So a Charles will perform the same as a Henry Wet and Dry. And at some point I would like to get all my pneumatics together, but it's quite a big task to get them all in the same place. But I'm hoping to be able to do that sometime this year in 2022. AC Little Corner, my question, Roger, what is the vacuum or part that you want for this year, or the machine you are looking to add to your collection, i.e. your wish list for 2022? Best wishes. Also, I'd like to mention to you, I only use vintage machine, TriStar Compact. Electroluxes are my go-to. Best wished good health for 2022 to you, Roger, your partner, and dogs, Molly, Daisy. Litho and Lothy, I think they are your mum's dogs. Yes, I hope I got the names right. Give dogs a belly rub for me. My mum's dogs, are current mum's dogs, are called Harry, that's her newest. No, Ellie's died. Harry, Evie, and Molly. Well, Molly my mum looks after, but she's not really hers. And Millie. So that's 4. And I sometimes look after Lottie. Was my partner's sister's dog. She's long died, I'm afraid. But we have Lottie and Willow. They're Dachshunds. We sometimes look after them, but they're not our dogs. Christian Alexander Doherty. Oh no, I haven't answered your question. Jumping the gun there. I haven't really got anything. You know, I've got a wish list of mainly vintage Hoover cleaners I'd like. Obviously any Sensortronics really. Compact total system. A working Aquatronic. Porter Power Super with wheels. Hoover module. I know, it's all Hoover. It's mainly Hoovers from the 80s and early 90s, really. I've nothing really on my wish list for 2022 at the moment. I think I've got most of the ones I want at the moment, so we'll see what new models come out, see if they tickle my fancy. Right, back now, we've done that. So Christian Alexander Doherty, or Doherty, who is it that actually makes the new Zanussi range of products, vacuums, SDA radiators, etc.? I don't know. Won't bother with that one. There's a lot I'm skipping through at the moment. Right. I'm flashing, so I'll just quickly do this last one. Vacwasher 26. Hi Roger, sorry, I have an awful lot of questions. Firstly, can I have a shout out please? You've just got it. What is the vacuum cleaner you've had the longest in your collection and still currently have? It's the Hoover Dirt Searcher. When you'll be uploading the video of that hot point washing machine in that holiday cottage, hopefully in the next 2 or 3 months, if I'm not nagged. And was your mum's old Bosch Max VFL 2060 scrapped? Yes, it was. Well, it was taken by the scrap man. And you know your old Bosch XL8, very perfect, the noisy brushed motor one. Did you ever record a proper video? Well, nothing else of that. It's gone, long gone, and I can't record videos of items I don't own anymore. So no. Can you upload the old videos recorded in the 80s and 90s of your mum's old Hoover computer control and Hoover New Wave? I never recorded the New Wave, and it's just 30 seconds of the computer control 1100, and if you see that, it'll be on my other channel because it's part of a Christmas video. So if you see that, it'll be next Christmas. I've done the entire washing machine history. When I'm going to upload the video of your mum's Beko dryer, possibly not bother with that one. Right, that'll do, because I'm flashing again. I thought I'd be able to do all of these in one video, but it's my fault because I talk too much. It's a good job I only do these once a year, because I couldn't do these often. Right, that's it for this video. What's the next one? Is it part 4? Might be part 4 next. So if you're vaguely interested in anything I've got to say about vacuum cleaners, tune into part 4 where I'll be answering more of your questions. Until then, bye for now, and thanks for watching.